Today I will be talking about some general questions in database management system. So our first question is, in a relation data model, which one of the following statement is true? A relation with only two attributes is always in BCNF. If all attributes of a relation are prime attributes, then the relation is in BCNF. Every relation has at least one non-prime attribute, and BCNF decompositions preserve functional dependency. So the correct answer is a relation with only two attributes is always in BCNF. Now we will see the explanation that why it is so. So uh, as you can see, relation of AB where A implies B is always in BCNF because it is not necessary that all prime attributes then in a relation are all can all be in 3NF, but they may not be in BCNF due to partial trivial dependencies. So option B is incorrect. Now it is not mandatory that there should be one non-prime attribute in relational database management system. So option C is also incorrect, and not every relation uh, of BCNF decomposes with preserving the dependency. So option D is also incorrect. So our correct option is option A. Now next question. Consider a relation R which has 5 elements A, B, C, D, E with the following three functional dependencies, where AB implies C, BC implies D, and C implies E. So the number of super keys in the relation R is. Now first we will compute the functional closure of each attribute. So closure for AB would be AB, then as C is dependent on AB, C will come, and D and E are dependent both on B and C. So they also will be inside the closure. Now talking about BC, in BC there would be BC, and D and E are dependent on B and BC and C, so they would also come. And in C only C and E will come. Now only one candidate key is possible for the given relation, which is AB, because it is referring to every element. Now the super keys in a relation is equal to 2 raised to the total number of attributes in the relation minus total number of attributes in each key. So the number of super keys will be 2 raised to 5, because the total number of attributes are 5 minus the total number of attributes in each key. So there are two attributes A and B. So 5 minus 2 is 3 and 2 raised to 3 is 8. So the number of super keys is 8. Now on third question, assume that in suppliers relation above, each supplier and each street within a city has a unique name and a unique city, and S name and comma city forms a candidate key. There are no other functional dependencies implied other than those implied by the primary and candidate key. Which of the following is true? Now coming to the solution, since each supplier and each street within a city has a unique name, so it is a primary key, and S name comma city forms a candidate key, and there are no other functional dependencies implied other than those implied by primary and candidate key. Now for the relation for the schema to be 3NF but not BCNF, there must be at least one partial dependency, which is done by non-prime attribute. But since there are no uh, relation or no functional dependency between non-prime candidates, so option B is incorrect. Now talking about option C, It is also incorrect because there are no other partial dependencies. Similarly, option D is also incorrect. So our correct option is option A. The schema is in BCNF. Now talking about question number 4. In a schema with attribute A, B, C, D and E, following set of functional dependencies are given. A implies B, A implies C, CD implies E, B implies D, E implies A. Then which of the following functional dependencies is not implied by the above set? Now talking about the solution, we are given the relation or the dependencies. Now for CD implies AC, the uh, the closure will be CDEAB, in which every element is coming. So CD is not the correct answer. Option A is not the correct answer. Now talking about BD implies CD, as we can see, it does not have C in it. So option B is the correct answer. Now next question. RABCD is a relation. Which of the following does not have a looseless joint dependency preserving BCNF decomposition? Now, since A implies B and B implies CD, there are two relations in which A is the primary key of R1 and B is the key in R2. So, when combining both of these, we will get the whole table. So, A is lossless. Now, talking about option B, A implies B, B implies C, C implies D. A is the key in R1, B is the key in R2, C is the key in R3. So by combining all of this, we will get the whole table. So B is also lossless. Now talking about AB implies C and C implies AD. Since C is not the key in R1, so when combining, the data will be lost. So our correct answer is option C. Okay, thank you.